This video is sponsored by Omaze. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. As you can see behind me, we're at Trove here in Richmond, and we are going to be talking to Charles Wong, okay? He just pulled up, he just rolled into Trove. They've got their own place here, and they have some extremely special cars behind the garage door of their unit. Now, if you don't follow Charles on Instagram, maybe you don't know what he's all about, let's go talk to Charles and see what we can discover here at Trove, right in our own backyard in Richmond. Let's go. Before we start the tour of Charles' collection, I'd just like to thank Omaze for sponsoring this video. They wanted me to tell you about how you could win your very own Gymkhana-inspired Subaru WRX STI, as seen, if your eyes are very keen, in Gymkhana 2020, featuring Travis Pastrana and his very own, very recognizable Subaru race car. It is absolutely no joke. I mean, hydraulic handbrake, as you can see, it's got a bunch of custom body parts, full custom paint job coilovers, and all of this has been put together actually by Subaru Motorsports USA and the same team that put together the Gymkhana STI. So, in entering for your chance to win, your donation supports a great cause through Team Rubicon and Feeding America. Team Rubicon serves communities by mobilizing veterans to continue their service in helping people prepare, respond, and recover from disasters and humanitarian crises all across the United States. And Feeding America is America's largest domestic hunger relief organization, reaching over 40 million people. To support a great cause and potentially win that insane Gymkhana-inspired STI drift car and $20,000 cash, hit the link below, omaze.com/untraveled for your chance to win. Again, that's omaze.com/untraveled. Now on to the GTRs.
All right, so my name is Charles. I'm on Instagram, CW_unit. And today we're here at my new studio and shop, you can say. This is the new place that they built specific for car guys. So we have a unit here. It will be my new studio for my company, CW Collective, and my other company called R32 Auto Group. We'll be doing all the GTR stuff. Also my new studio if I want to continue doing my YouTube stuff. At 19, I got my first car. It was a Silvia S13. A couple months after, I got R32 Skyline GTR. Sold it in 6 months, and then I bought my first R32 Skyline GTR. So over the past 10 years, I've been stuck with the same kind of cars, 32, 33, and then eventually 4 years ago, I got my first R34 GTR when the price wasn't crazily inflated like today. All right, so right now, I don't own as much GTR as I had before. I liquidate most of the cars. But right now I got the blue car right here. It's my favorite car. I know I put it up for sale a little bit while ago, but it's not for sale anymore. I actually had a crazy plan for 2021. It's getting a new engine. It's going to be mainly using Australian parts, but it will be built by Garage Saurus again in Japan. We're doing a full restoration on the whole body, under chassis, with with a new roll cage, refresh all suspension arms, new wheels. It will be making a 4-digit horsepower this time. I'm not going to go too much detail into the engine. I want to keep that, in a secret until we have a future video with Marcus. I'm trying to enter the World Time Attack with this car by 2022. I also have 2 4-door GTT ER34 in Hong Kong right now. They're getting built. One, we're doing a full 4-door GTR conversion on one car with RB26. We almost finished the body, engine-wise, and then when it's finished, it will come to Canada, and then we'll put the engine in. The other one, we're doing a Blitz-style tribute, so it looked exactly like D1 Blitz car with the wheels, the liveries, and single turbo. But most of the engine work will be done in Canada at this place. The Figaro, you guys saw the video on Marcus, did a drive review on that. It's for sale. I haven't posted it up. My wife doesn't drive it anymore. She hates driving, so the car is for sale. It's been parked here for who knows how long. The VQ32, that one is pretty interesting. I bought that car 13 years ago. It was my second R32 GTR. Funny thing is, the first day I bought the car, I took it apart, thinking, I'm going to do a full build on the car. That was before the R35 even came out. So I had the idea to put a V6 twin turbo in. Obviously, it's been 13 years, I still haven't finished. I overestimated myself, thinking I can finish such a big project when I first started getting into cars. Some of you guys probably related to that. I lost interest. The car just sit in the garage for the past 10 years in pieces. We actually had the engine in at one point, had the car start up, and then it died 30 seconds after. But this year I got more free time, so I'm slowly getting back to it. The car is back to the body shop. It's getting painted as we speak. And hopefully we will get this thing running after 13 years of, oh yeah, and the car still hasn't been registered. It's been 13 years. I'm looking forward to that. The purple R34, that one I bought earlier this year. It was a complete disaster. It's all broken in pieces right now. We're currently doing a restoration, putting the car back into one piece. Still at the body shop.
Sweet. So you like daily this today?
Yes, I did.
Do all GTRs have this material here?
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah, see, now that I'm dailying a GTT, I'm noticing all the little differences.
I think the material is slightly different.
Yeah. So for those who aren't familiar with like RB engines, explain to people what that almost grinding noise is if they don't know.
That's the clutch, just a triple plate clutch. Oh.
Fans of the GTR. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, so it was just the triple plate clutch. Is how when you release the clutch, it was like off grinding, grabbing all the 3 discs together.
Right.
So that's what makes the noise. Not every brand has it, but my specific setup has it.
Right. Yeah, what's up with the Ferrari? What's going on with
the Ferrari,
that?
we actually imported it a couple of months ago. It was a Garage Saurus demo car.
Right.
It wasn't for sale, but when me and Mark went to Japan earlier this year for Auto Girl Salon, he loves the car, I love the car, so we decided to, hey, why don't we, let's get this car when it was up for sale. And then one day, the shop owner, Mr. Hayashi, asked if we're interested in the car still. We're like, yeah, and then, we go back and forth with the numbers. Then we're happy with the numbers at the end, so we bought that car from Garage Saurus. I think they're retiring and they don't need so many cars at the shop right now, so they're selling it to the customers who appreciate the cars. Mark bought the full amount of the car right now. I don't own it anymore.
Right.
Just because we driven the car a couple of times. It's not really my style. The car is a full track car. I can't really drive it on the street. So I don't plan on having my buddy sitting there with a car that I can't really drive. So I sold it to him. He owns the car fully now, but it's still at the shop. I'm going to get myself another Ferrari sometime this year. That probably looks exactly the same. They have a sister car at the shop, so I'll probably get that instead of driving a car that I can't really drive.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And for people that don't know, like, Mark is down in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
and no tracks are open right now really anyways, so what are you going to do, right?
Nothing is open. And then he's the guy who bought a car that he can't even drive right now.
Yeah. I mean, the timing was terrible, but could you ever see yourself in the future owning like any other number of supercars, like a 720, or are you purely kind of GTR?
I like exotic cars. I think they're cool cars. They're nice. I like driving it around. It's cool. You can flex with the car.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's the whole point of having a supercar. You know, you have the noise.
Yeah.
You have the image that you are successful in your life, that you have a supercar.
Yeah.
Maybe when I'm 40, 50, I would probably get one. Yeah, but for now, I like my my 20-year-old Nissan right now.
Yeah.
I would probably have another 5 more GTR before I pull a trigger on a Lambo.
Yeah.
At this moment. You miss driving this?
Oh man, I absolutely miss it. It takes me right back to Japan every time.
I miss Japan.
Yeah, I do too. If you guys didn't check it out, by the time you're watching this, we just released actually all the footage from Tokyo Auto Salon that I never put out last year. So you're getting a little bit of a different perspective on it.
I remember the day I got the car, not the day I got the car, but last year in Tokyo, after Tokyo Auto Salon, I went back to Japan.
Yeah.
Got off the plane at 9 o'clock in Tokyo. Went to the shop, picked up the car, we drove straight to Osaka, then that 7 hours drive, after we got off the plane. Next one.
Oh, next one. Yeah, that's like, you're just shoving yourself into the experience.
So we have all our suitcases, our backpack in the back in the trunk, 2 guys. We got to Osaka around 4 in the morning. I don't know how fast I was going. We're like, I want to get to the hotel, I want to sleep.
Yes. Yeah, thanks for letting me take this for a spin, man.
Of course.
Yeah.
No problem. Oh. You know, in Japan, I actually don't like driving much around the city. Lots of traffic. Google Maps suck. Like, you get stuck on the highway, wrong exit, you can't get to where you want it. Parking is okay, but it's very expensive. And you know, most of the parking doesn't work very well with cars like this. But otherwise, I enjoy Japan. I enjoy, seeing a different culture. I love the food. I'm a big, food guy. I eat a lot. I like to try different weird stuff. So Japan is perfect for me. I do like driving around with my car around the country areas. Just go for a cruise, long cruise for a couple hours by myself with the windows down. You just feel like you're actually in the movie or in an anime. I love the mood. The car culture, it's crazy in Japan too. You go to, there's big meets every day on the PA, the parking area. You meet a lot of different people around the world. So when I first imported my first Silvia was 15 years ago. I have no idea what was going on. I looked at the internet, I saw this car for cheap, and then I just wired the guy money and hopefully the car gets here. But now, especially with these cars, I flew to Japan. I had my guys in Japan source this car out for me, and then I had to check it out before I actually pay for them. So, for cars that are slightly expensive, let's say 50 grand over, I would suggest going to Japan, see the car, enjoy your vacation before you pull the trigger on the car. It's not a cheap investment. It's a pretty big purchase. Couple $100, $1,000 ticket is worth going there to check out the car. But if you're buying something, let's say $10,000, $20,000 range, go through a reputable importer or an auction house in Japan, an exporter in Japan in that case. Look through the auction sheet. I'm not really an auction kind of person just because there's only 2 photos. I rather pay a bit more for dealers. I know some people doesn't agree with that. They want to save as much money as possible. But for me, I like the guarantee of the car. If I can go there, I want thousands of pictures. I can't sleep at night knowing I paid so much money for a car that I can only have 2 pictures. Sometimes I do get messages through Instagram, people asking if I can get the 34 into the States or keeping the car here in Canada. But if someone asked me to store the car here, I would suggest the guys not to store it in Vancouver just because real estate is really expensive here. You're probably paying $1,000, $600 a month for indoor storage for a car. But yeah, if you can find a storage and you don't mind not seeing the car for the next 3 years, I would say go for it.
Oh yeah, another thing.
Yeah.
Right quick before we go, that reminded me of, first off, what the heck is that? That's dope.
That's the sticker I made based on the inspection
sticker. Yeah.
But that's my sticker. I got a bunch. I'll give you one.
Sweet, yeah.
I was gonna put it up for on our website. Not now.
Yeah.
But it will be on our website.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Where can people find the stuff you're making, carbon stuff? And
it's will be on our website. It's called cwcollective.com.
Yeah.
I made a bunch of carbon fiber stuff. We just released a new diffuser for Skylines based on the V-spec. It will fit on R32, 33, and we're going to sell more crate engine as well for GTR. So check it out.
Crate GTR engines. That is what everybody wants.
We have 6 RB30. We have a couple of billet blocks coming too. So
wow, that white R32 in there is an RB30, right?
Yeah.
All right, you guys heard it here first. Go follow Charles if you haven't already. Check out his stuff. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.
To support a great cause and potentially win that insane Gymkhana inspired STI drift car, hit the link below, omaze.com/untraveled for your chance to win. Again, that's omaze.com/untraveled. And with the code untraveled150, you can get an additional 150 entries.